Robin.
Celebrity friends of Jim Norton. Celebrity friends of Little Jimmy. Celebrity friends of Jim Norton. Celebrity friends of Little Jimmy. On today's show, Tyra Banks.
I like trannies.
Oh my God, I like trannies too.
Celebrity friends of Jim Norton. Celebrity friends of Little Jimmy.
How great is that, Celebrity Friends?
My favorite new bit. Here on the Tree Rock Jim Some Show.
Well, it's Jim Norton and myself, because Opie and Anthony have their Sandy Kane court case to deal with today.
They're gallivanting in court.
Yes.
They're gallivanting.
I feel like the Opie and Anthony show is becoming a brand. It doesn't refer to two people anymore.
No.
Although somebody, that's what it was. Chris in New Jersey suggested the title The Morning Jam with Jim and Sam, which I think at least it gets people up, you know?
Yeah, it really does. It kind of, because it's got both names included in it.
Yeah.
And it really says something like times are about to get wild.
Plus, it's like, for the commercials, what do you wake up groggy? Need something to go with your toast in the morning? How about some morning jam with Jim and Sam?
That's good. Well, how about Cham with Chip, Jim, and Sam? Something. Do you know how tempting it is, by the way, to do Chip until 10 o'clock?
I know.
It's really hard not to do.
I was going to say, people really enjoyed when Chip showed up on the after show and was answering calls. We should try to see how long we could do Chip until people don't enjoy him anymore.
There are people that wouldn't, because the goal of Chip is, I do like when people, as a comedian, I like people to laugh at it and think it's funny. But there is a part of me, like, Bob Kelly really hates him.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy. Like, Chip should be able to be used to really bother somebody.
A lot of women, I find, hate Chip.
Sure.
Like,
because he reminds them probably of the dummies that they're fucking. He probably reminds them of the dumb guy who they're with who tries to be funny in front of people and who's never funny.
But, like, Jess, my fiance, doesn't like Chip.
Oh, good.
Jonathan, your manager's wife,
hates
Chip.
Fucking Chip. like Jonathan told me, I thought of you the whole time I was out there because he gave me like 50 new stories of annoying his wife with
great.
Like, he'll talk to her parents or her friends and they'll say something like, yeah, we got to go to Bed Bath & Beyond, and Jonathan will just start going, sis, and he won't even do Chip right. He'll just go like, sis, Bed Bath & Beyond, yes, sis. And that's all he does, and his wife's like, just fucking stop it.
Not only does he do the impression completely off, but he doesn't include a Chip joke.
No, he doesn't at all, and he hates Chip. Like, I derailed him 40 times when we were out, just throwing Chip in, like, because he least expected. I love to throw Chip in, and he has to acknowledge him, like, he'll go like, that's good, Chip. That's good. It just stops everything, and it really annoys him.
But he can't be mean to Chip because, like, Chip is one of his clients. Like,
you can't win with Chip ever.
No.
You can't ever win.
Well, that's what I was talking to Jez about last night. Like, that's what the beauty of people calling in, that people call in and they try to go with whatever Chip's vibe is. Like, if Chip is attacking something, they'll call in and try to attack it with Chip. But Chip will tell him that's stupid because he doesn't like other people having attention.
Yeah, it's not a team effort.
Ever.
With Lyle Chipperson. You're never going to get on the same team as Chip.
Lyle wants it all to himself.
Yeah, he wants it to himself, but he doesn't understand what a subtle cunt he is and how he sabotages everything.
Yeah.
He just does.
I don't know what Coke Logic.
Hey, scissors up, Sam and Dave.
That's Jim, not Dave.
Yes.
Be respectful. And it's Jim and Sam.
That's Sam and Jim is fine. Hi, Sim. Hi, Coke Logic.
Hi. Hey, I just had a question for Jim, and sorry, I'm fucking tired of shit.
I'm sure you're drunk again. It's all right.
I'm not
Alcoholic.
drunk.
Shut up.
But is there, you break in the Chip, and it's like, you do it in front of people you don't know, or comedians or famous people and stuff. Has there ever been a time that people go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I've had a couple of times, but not really. Normally, it's very rare that, like, when we eat a lot of times, we'll go like she. Like when Sam and I were in Comic-Con, literally every meal we had, I would say, well, she will have this and I'm having that, or her. And nobody ever calls you out on it. But once in a while, someone would go like, she. And then that was it. But
it's never happened in front of me. And you did it to literally everybody you could. Like the car guy who picked us up was like, do you need a water? And Jim would say, well, I'm fine, but I don't know about her. And he would just do it to everyone. And everybody goes, oh, okay.
Nobody calls you out on a chip. I've been called out on a couple of times, but it's extremely rare. Somebody look like, what are you talking about? Because they think that you're kind of a retard or there's something wrong with you. Which Chip is not a retard. He's just very aggressive and angry. But he's not retarded.
He's just got personality flaws.
Yeah, he's just an aggressive personality flawed person. You're right. I said personality twice.
Although, doesn't he have Asperger's or something?
Yeah, and he has a bit of autism.
Yeah.
Like we learned that the other day, the Chip just hits the bell and he likes the sound of the dinging.
Yeah.
A bit of Asperger's.
How do you feel about other people doing the Chip impression?
I love it. Anthony hates it. Like, whenever Chip shows up on Twitter, fucking Ant hates. I go fucking nuts when I see cis. I literally, Chip tweets make me laugh out loud. Because they can't lose. If they're terrible, they're perfect for Chip. If they're funny, they're perfect for Chip.
That really is the easiest way. Speaking of Anthony's tweets, I did want to bring up that he got into one of his awesome to watch Twitter arguments with the entire Twitter community yesterday over this Troy Davis situation.
I don't know. I read a little bit about it, and it kind of reminds me, I guess, of the Mumia Abu Jamal case in Philadelphia, where a cop was killed. Black guys, accused or go to death row for it, and it becomes the cause celeb to get him off. And then you read certain aspects of it, it's like, well, there was some doubt about it. Something the prosecutor said, though, kind of, I don't know if we have it in this article, but the prosecutor who has retired said, yes, this case was a travesty, or something, I'm paraphrasing, it's a travesty, but only because it took so long. There's the presumption of innocence or something, but they took what appears to be a shadow of a doubt, and made it look like it was a shadow of a doubt. Like it was an impression of a shadow of a doubt, basically, she was saying. She was saying that he was absolutely guilty. Yeah,
I mean, I was reading articles because I didn't know much about it until yesterday, to tell you the truth, and I didn't see anything that was super compelling that he was innocent. Like, I guess there was doubt as to whether or not he was guilty.
I think the lack of evidence.
Was it? Like, was there not a lot of...
well, I mean...
Was the court case rushed along?
No, it wasn't rushed along, but he was convicted mainly based on the testimony of 9 witnesses.
All eyewitnesses, yeah.
And, they never found the gun. They never, but there were shell casings that apparently matched, a gun that he was previously convicted for in a shooting. So...
Well, did they arrest him on the spot, or did he run?
No, he ran, and he turned himself in after the man who he says shot the cop went to the cops and said, no, Troy Davis did it.
But who said it first?
The other guy. I don't.
So the other guy might have been out with Troy Davis.
Yeah. They were together.
Okay, so Troy Davis might have shot this guy, and the other guy. And then the other guy went to jail, and I'm not going to fucking
because he realized, murder. Holy shit, what just happened?
This guy just killed somebody, and then.
But I guess.
Over the years, like 7 of the 9 witnesses recanted their testimony.
The eyewitness testimony is rough,
and said that they were coerced, and.
I mean, you do try to get confessions that you want out of eyewitnesses, I guess, from time to time, but
it's a tough case.
So the question is whether it was him or the guy he was with, because it had to be one of those.
And then other people say that, like this other guy has like confessed to doing it, like when he was drunk, and it's a tough case. I mean, this guy, he wasn't a good guy, like he'd been convicted on other stuff before.
It's rough with the death penalty, because it'd be one thing if like, okay, we'll leave him in jail for a while and just try, eventually something will happen, but when you got to kill a guy,
I don't know.
You got to really make sure.
Yeah, because they say it's like the argument is, well, if you know 100% that he did it, it's okay to kill him. But the court system has it built in where they feel they know something 100%, but then they can refuse new evidence. Like the Supreme Court did a weird thing with this one, where they actually gave him a chance to prove his innocence, which normally you don't have to prove your innocence; they have to prove, and it was a higher. I guess preponderance of evidence than.
Well, it's tough to prove your innocence. It's a lot tougher to prove your innocence than to prove somebody's guilty.
Well, they wanted more evidence to prove he was innocent, but the Supreme Court normally doesn't do that.
Yeah,
and I think he couldn't, or they didn't feel it was strong enough, so they sided with the prosecution.
But this wasn't like the West Memphis 3 thing. Like everybody said they didn't do it. This wasn't that cut and dry.
Yeah.
It was or wasn't?
No. It was not cut and dry.
But it makes me hard. It's hard for me to be on the side of the death penalty. I mean, of course, a cop killer I think deserves to be put to death.
Yeah.
But I just don't trust that we're 100% right.
Well, yeah, because so
there's-
many mistakes have been made.
There's so many times that it's been proven that oh, this guy really didn't do it. Oh, he's been in jail for 25 years and now he's being released.
DNA gets a lot.
Yeah.
And the fucking fact that fuck prosecutors on some cases. Like when you look at that guy Nifong or whatever his name was in the three Duke guys, who was the prosecutor who was fucking being a total twat and was disbarred for his behavior. They're dirty too sometimes. They don't want to admit they made a mistake. They don't want to admit they prosecuted the wrong guy.
Well, that's why the West Memphis Three had to put in an Alfred plea, because the prosecution doesn't want to admit that they were wrong.
The
they
fucking
knew that they were
prosecution,
wrong.
why wouldn't you order DNA evidence if you put a guy in jail you shouldn't have?
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
Like, be a person, be a human being. Like, you have to admit, yeah, I made a mistake here. Like, it wasn't just one person who did it. It was a whole, obviously everybody has to come together to put somebody in jail. One person can't put a guy in jail. So it's not like one person has to stand up and say, sorry, I blew it. It's like we all come together and say, yeah, look, we might have rushed to this.
The fact that the prosecutors or whatever should be the ones looking for DNA evidence. Thank you, Kenny. And trying to get guys free if they put them in jail.
They don't care. They got
really
the
don't.
win.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like they want to make sure that they have a good record, that they have enough wins. So it's like whatever person you put in front of them, their job is to put them in jail, not to figure out whether they're
do the right thing.
Their job is to get the death penalty for them.
Wow, welcome to the Liberals Radio Hour. We really sound like flamers.
Yeah, Ant's probably going crazy somewhere like,
Guy was a piece of shit.
yeah,
Fuck him.
Well, that's what he was doing on Twitter last night.
Well, no one's. We're all sitting here, but no one's complaining about the white supremacist who was killed yesterday.
I think if we know he was guilty,
sure,
it
exactly.
wasn't that bad about his guilty.
I'm not against the death penalty when
but
when it's been proven that you dragged a black man for miles.
That's what I love about Ant, though. Like, we're all sitting here saying, well, I guess it could have been. Ant was never so sure of anyone's guilt in his life yesterday. He knew that man killed that cop and needed to die today.
Yeah, I'm up in the air. I just think that poor people, I don't even think it's racial. I think it's just poor people have a much higher shot at getting it because they can't afford the defenses.
Yeah.
And I don't trust it.
I mean, but is this other guy saying anything that was with him, or what happened to
I don't
the
know.
other guy? Is he in jail?
I imagine now he's not going to confess.
Yeah, I know.
I imagine he's going to keep that under his hat if he did do it.
Just kill them both. I mean, that way.
I don't like fucking eyewitness stuff only being enough to get a guy put to death, though.
Yeah.
Because eyewitnesses are fucking idiots.
And they never found the gun?
No.
But then again, 9 people saying they saw you do something.
That's a lot of eyewitnesses.
Yeah, were they changing their opinions because they start to feel guilty? Like,
That-
oh no, the weight of what I said is having this guy killed?
That probably has a lot to do with it. Like people going back and say, well, it could have been someone else. I mean, was I coerced? When in actuality, the cops are probably more forcing them to remember. Like, no, think about it. Was it? And finally they'll say yes. And then, yeah, maybe they do feel guilty.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I don't think anybody's disputing the fact that he was there and that he was part of this gang that was, like,
Ooh.
well,
Gang of ruffians.
Yeah.
The Lords.
So like I said before,
Like, he's not a guy that we're fighting for his freedom.
No, I don't think
Because-
anybody's fighting for his freedom. People are fighting for, a new trial.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I don't know if you want a new trial and give him the opportunity to figure out a mistrial and a way to get out of jail, because he shouldn't be out of jail by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, they could have
Well, if he
commuted
didn't
his
do it,
sentence.
yeah.
But he was there. He was an accessory, at least.
He had a lot of high-profile people supporting him, though.
Doesn't
Who
mean
did he-
anything.
Who did he have?
He had Jimmy Carter,
Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy,
Oh, fuck.
Well, if Diddy was supporting him, then
Exactly.
obviously.
Pope Benedict the 16th.
They're always against death penalty. The Pope's always against it.
Yeah, they will. Anytime there's a tiny bit of doubt, like we could say that this is a bad thing, they'll support anyone.
And even if they think you're guilty, they would still say that they shouldn't put you to death.
Big Boy.
Big Boy from Outkast. Look, I think that maybe while Jim said his opinion wasn't racially motivated, Diddy and Big Boy might have been somewhat racially motivated in this cause.
Did they say that or no?
They didn't say that. This is just my opinion.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But Big Boy from Outkast hasn't been known to be the most politically outspoken person in the past.
They see a black guy being put to death and they want to stand up and
Yeah, and there's an ounce of doubt. They're gonna be the guys to say, whoa,
doesn't mean anything. Who cares? Yeah. That sounds kind of shitty, but he wasn't a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was like we said, he was at least an accessory to murder, if not a murderer.
Yeah, wasn't he fucking pistol whipping a guy for a beer? Some homeless guy for a beer?
That's
Jesus.
how it started.
So he did, but he definitely did that.
Well, the story goes that the man was pistol whipping this homeless man because they got into a fight about a beer. This off-duty police officer who was working as a security guard at a Burger King, so you know you're in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
When you need a security guard at a Burger King.
Yeah.
No, that's never the sign of a good neighborhood.
Oh.
Literal Jim.
Okay, that's fine.
So the off-duty police officer comes over to try and break up the fight, and Troy
Ends up
Davis
getting-
allegedly.
So, but Troy Davis definitely was the guy pistol whipping the homeless guy.
That's what they say, but
Okay, so that's whoever was pistol whipping the homeless guy shot the cop.
Right, and then there's no fucking gun. What happened to the gun? What were you pistol whipping with? The back of your fucking
never found the gun.
the hard part of your thumb?
This is like Clue.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah,
There
the
wasn't-
intrigue.
Yes.
There must
Colonel
have been a
Troy
gun there
with
if
the
someone
gun
was
in the
shot.
piss-stained alley.
Yeah. Brian wants to say something. I don't know where he's from. Brian, you're on the Opie and Anthony show, as it were.
Yes.
Hey, you guys got to get your facts straight. There were 23 state witnesses that presented evidence that they saw him shoot the guy. The 7 people that recanted of the 9 were all friends of Troy Davis. You guys got your fucking facts
Okay.
from Amnesty International.
No, he didn't.
No, I got my facts from Yahoo News.
I got my facts.
I'm not getting shit from Amnesty International.
I got my facts from Lib Travis over here.
But we're actually saying
we're Air Force.
we're saying that we don't know.
Yeah.
dude.
Get away from him.
There were well, why? How come every article says there were 9 witnesses?
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
heard
understand.
9.
Where's 23?
Agenda with the media. This guy was, to Jimmy's point,
No,
he's
it's the
been
media's
caused the left
agenda.
for
All
the
right, but
media's-
dude, hold on. You're saying 23 witnesses. Maybe you're right, but don't act like we don't have our facts when everywhere is saying 9. Where is saying 23? If you're right, I'll say you're right. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Look, pull up Ann Coulter's article last night, who's a lawyer.
All right,
who
look,
Okay.
Brian, I mean, if you're going to say that Travis is biased for looking at Amnesty International, don't you think Ann Coulter might have a slight
Yeah, she
bias one
leans
way?
a little right.
We're looking at 2 ends of the spectrum here, Brian.
You're arguing a point, but she's a fucking lawyer that can review cases, and she did. She went through all 187 pages of it.
She has a slight agenda.
Yeah, she probably did though, and she is a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, she's not a
23
dumb woman.
state witnesses that presented it. 7 of those people were his friends that recanted post-case.
Okay.
All right.
Can't argue that fact.
If that's
There
a
were a
fact,
total of
that's a
23
fact.
witnesses to one or both of the shootings.
What do you mean? What, to one or both?
Of his shootings.
Oh, wait,
the
wait.
one that he was previously convicted
okay, the
for.
one he was previously
Yeah.
convicted of. So on this
So
case,
you get your facts straight.
there was only 9 on this case.
Yeah.
So, and the other ones are not up to that. So there's what, 14 for
Probably 14 for the other
case.
one. So obviously he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it's not up for debate whether or not he was a shitty guy and whether or not he should not be in society.
So Brian, what's your comment on that?
He hung up.
Why would he hang up?
I don't know. I guess he thought we were done.
Brian, we'll call back because Travis just raised the point that you didn't have your fact. There's nothing worse than somebody going, get your facts straight when they don't have their facts right.
Get your facts straight. Hang up before they realize.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Joe in Buffalo, you're on O&A.
Hey guys.
Hi, Joseph.
Hey, listen. Stupid window. There was physical evidence. The bullet that they pulled out of the cop matched the bullet that Troy Davis had used in a gun in a previous crime that he was convicted of.
Okay.
So they know it was his gun that shot the cop. And the witnesses that changed their testimony, they didn't say that he didn't shoot the cop. They just softened their testimony. Well, we're not sure.
Yeah, that's what. There may be a lot of that guilt you were talking about.
What happened? Why was he on the street if he was convicted of another fucking murder?
I don't think it was necessarily a murder. It was just a shooting.
Oh, okay.
It was a robbery.
Oh, okay.
See, that's, what
Okay.
that's what I keep saying. It's tough because this guy obviously wasn't a good guy.
That's a fucking.
You know?
Yeah, it seems
Just
like,
because you didn't find the gun, you still the
Yeah.
casings matched.
Yeah.
So if he didn't do it, his friend took his gun and did
Yeah,
it.
it's,
He probably shot the cop.
Don't you wish it was Troy Kwan we were talking about?
It's a Quanspiracy.
I just have questions about this shooting. That's all I'm saying. I just have questions.
The callers call up, and instead of we're saying, yeah, maybe you're right. Look, I don't have the answers. Just the questions.
I just don't have time to investigate it.
I would love to see. Although we would ask Troy for his opinion. I haven't done the research. I don't know.
I'm just saying that we might not know what happened. We probably don't know what happened that night.
You know where the murder weapon is?
Where?
Harp.
Harp. Mark in New York.
Hello.
Hi,
What's up, Mark?
It's wrong, but that's all right.
Okay.
You guys were talking about when this guy was pistol whipping him, that they never discovered the gun. You know, back in the 90s, early 90s, when we had the crack epidemic in New York, you know, we always had a saying that the gun never hit the floor, because you could be chasing a guy, he throws the gun, you chase him half a block, you come back, that gun is gone, it's in the wind. So just because they don't have the gun, that doesn't mean he didn't have it that time.
No, that's true. We just think that, you know, it's easier if they had it, but
Yeah,
I don't think that makes him innocent.
I'm starting to think he was probably guilty.
Probably, yeah.
He probably did it. I mean, I don't know. And I don't know if it's like, it's important not to kill people, I guess, but
No,
I don't
it's
know.
very important.
I don't know, but yeah, but I don't know if you want to like use all this energy and rally behind a guy that was a bum of a guy anyway.
He was a bum. It's hard. It's like the death penalty. Again, I feel poor people get it more, so that's why but I don't think it's cruel and unusual. Like fucking Amnesty International, all these groups, they say it's cruel and unusual punishment, which is against the Constitution. But I don't think it is. I just think that poor people get it more, so we shouldn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely accurate because they can't afford attorneys. But I think probably protesting this guy's death penalty might have been a slight waste of time.
However, in a perfect system,
it probably was.
Where there was, like, say, video, it was the thing if you had video of somebody doing something.
Yeah.
In a perfect system, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
I'd be all for dismembering people while they were alive.
Yeah, I mean,
crimes.
torture even.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had like concrete evidence, like there's no way we can come back later and say that was somebody else. But
yeah, you're listening to Legal Eagles here in the morning.
Well, look, it's a big court day for us.
It
Opie
sure
and Anthony
is.
have their case. Troy Davis, he's dead, but he
had his day in court.
He had his day. He lost.
Didn't go so good for him.
He had like 15 days in court, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot. Supreme Court did something for him they haven't done in 50 years.
But
Which was consider a new trial. Way to stop the chat. Boring fact. Who cares?
Well, they considered they considered it, but then they didn't give it to him.
Yeah, I guess that they heard evidence and they found that the prosecution was right.
Yeah, I missed this whole thing too because right before I went to bed, he had like some delayed execution thing. So when I sent out the email that goes to all these guys, it was that he's alive and they're going to delay everything. And then I wake up and he's fried, or not fried rather, but he's dead. And I'm just like, oh well, now I look retarded.
I got the news prep email and it was like, oh, looks like they're not gonna execute him. And then I woke up dead. He's dead. He's not alive.
Well, Obama couldn't have stopped it anyway. They were trying to get Obama to intercede, but he wouldn't because it's a state issue.
Yeah.
And he couldn't have stopped it anyway.
The Supreme Court thought didn't want to give him another trial because they were like, all right, he's guilty. Like, we tried him.
Or maybe they felt that the trial, I don't even know if it was about guilt or innocence. I think that they may have felt that the trial went through properly.
Yeah. Travis, you don't like that he got killed, though?
I don't really have that big of a problem with it. But, you know, like Jim said, like, I don't have a problem with the death penalty if you know, it's 100% like, you know, this guy is guilty.
Like if there's no denying it.
Like so guilty.
Right.
Yes.
Well, Travis was a big West Memphis 3 defender for as long as I can remember.
I still am.
Because he killed the kids.
Exactly. There's no way that they did that.
Yay.
So, you know, I mean, there have been cases like the West Memphis 3 where it's been proved that there are just, you know, terrible injustices that happen. But, I mean, there's obviously more evidence that Troy Davis was a bad person.
I would have been so happy if the West Memphis 3 got out of jail and said,
we did
stupid documentary makers. Oh, Eddie Vedder. Yeah, we got you, stupid. We did it. We killed those kids.
Like, I don't know why Mumia, there's a bit in Philly.
Mumia, it's with a C.
I've looked at the Mumia Abu Jamal case, but I've never read it in depth. But I don't know why people are so... I think he did get kind of a shitty trial. There's a couple of things that I read I didn't like, but I still think he did it.
It's really... I mean, I guess they killed somebody, so there's nothing more scummy than that. But it's the worst when somebody does a crime and realizes that, well, there might be a loophole somewhere, so I can just trick everybody into thinking that I was, you know, that there was injustice against me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just I saw a documentary recently on fucking on DNA evidence, and there's so many people that have gotten out of prison on DNA.
Yeah, that's scary.
And what bothers me is that the state is wasting all this money when what they should be doing is if you're in jail and there was any doubt for a rapist or a murderer or a pedophile and DNA can help you, any prosecutor that fights DNA evidence, and I know some fucking dickhead convicts will use it just to drag things out and delay it, but any prosecutor that fights DNA evidence in a case like this should just be fucking thrown off the prosecution force, or whatever it is.
You get badges if you're on the prosecution force.
And we're trying to have a serious conversation.
I realized I didn't know where it was going. I was going to say shot, but I realized that was too harsh.
Maybe disbarred.
Disbarred, yes. Thank you.
You are no longer welcome on the prosecution force.
That's like the shitty rip-off copy of the Justice League.
Yeah, the prosecution force.
Just lawyers in capes.
A bunch of women with awful tits and perms named Marsha flying around.
Rob in New Jersey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, listen to this whole debate on the death penalty. My uncle, his name was Peter Voto, was killed by Thomas Trantino back in the 60s. It was called The Night at the Angel Lounge in Lodi, New Jersey.
Is that, confirmed, or are you making accusations?
No.
No,
okay.
no. It was
okay.
confirmed. He was convicted of it. His partner was killed in New York City. They found him at a hotel and straightened him out quick. But this friggin' animal, he gets a death penalty. Then all of a sudden New Jersey overturns the death penalty and says, okay, no, life imprisonment. And then they let him out on parole. So explain that.
Well, they should have had life without parole.
Yeah.
That's the life without parole, was that an option when that was done?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why they didn't
got parole.
How can you go from death penalty to having a paroled sentence?
I don't know.
So he only got out because they did away with the death penalty, not because there was new evidence.
On death row. Then they converted his sentence to life imprisonment, and they put him not even in a jail cell. He was in a friggin'. I mean, if you look up, there's actually video. He did videos. He wrote a book, and they put him in a camper or some kind of mobile home on the jail and shit. He married his lawyer.
Oh my!
Which
So he had a happy life.
Yeah, that's sickening. I mean, I'm not talking about that.
How long did he do?
Yeah, 3 months.
He was in jail for 30-something years, and he's 67 years old now. I mean, I got a good mind to just go find him and take care of business for my family, but...
No, he still should just die in jail, though. I mean, if you kill somebody, you should die in jail.
Yeah, and I mean...
It's not a matter that he killed him like a friggin' firefight. He jumped the cops coming into a bar, took their guns, pistol whipped them, stripped them down their underwear, and shot them in the back of the head.
Jesus Christ. And now he's writing books.
How do you beat up 2 cops and take their guns? How the fuck?
One cop was a rookie. They were responding to a noise complaint. And it turned out that they'd been high on drugs, the 2 criminals, and they had stole some money from the mob or some crap. And so the rookie was outside, and my uncle went into the police, into the bar, and they were behind the door. So when they came into the bar, they got him from behind. The rookie went in without no weapon, came back out, called for backup, went back in to help his partner, and he killed both cops.
He killed 2 cops.
2 cops, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, when you hear a case like that, on a moral level, I firmly believe those guys should both just be shot in the fucking head for doing that
immediately.
Yeah, my argument against death penalty is not about not thinking it's right. It's just I just don't trust our system enough to know that only guilty people will get it.
I agree. And especially from 20, 30 years ago, people have been on death row for 10, 15 years. Yeah, okay, fine. Maybe convert their sentence to life imprisonment, whatever it costs, and make them sit there and rot.
If the prosecutions were going out in the cases where it's a little iffy and actually being the ones fighting to get DNA to make sure, I would have a lot more faith in it. If the state was making 100% sure that they hadn't fucked up in the past.
Yeah.
But when they're fighting things like the Memphis 3 because the prosecutors don't want to look bad, it's hard to have faith in their judgment.
I think you just called them prosecutions.
Did I?
Yep.
Well, I like to pluralize. Did I call them prosecutions or what they have done was prosecutions?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, exactly. No, I didn't. I probably fucked up.
Well,
E-Rock, could you go back and get that, please? We have to make sure if a mistake was made on this program.
One of us just made a mistake.
One of us made a mistake.
We have to find out who did it. We have our own case to deal with.
Yes.
Here on the Opie.
A heavy case.
Yeah.
This guy was forced out of prison. I'm reading about this guy that he just called in. A 3-member panel of the New Jersey Superior Court ordered the Department of Corrections in June 2000 to release Trantino within 30 days and to immediately transfer him to a halfway house on the basis of their finding that the parole board's decisions in the case were unreasonable. So
unreasonable. He killed 2 cops.
Yeah,
it was unreasonable, and they had a weapon. A conviction, confession, everything, and it was unreasonable to keep him in jail.
In its ruling, the court stated that he had satisfied the terms of release and did not pose a danger to commit any further crimes once paroled.
Now look up what he did 5 years, 3-4 years ago, when he beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, He was better though. I thought he's all fixed.
Yeah, no, that can't be true because
That's
he was
rehabilitated.
Yeah, he
that's
was
legal
rehabilitated.
nonsense. I guarantee that's just legality because the terms of life in prison were probably X amount of years to life, and he probably had offended in jail, so they probably had to let him go. Not saying it's right.
Well, he was.
She got life without parole.
His sentence was commuted to a single life sentence. He was eligible for parole in '77 after serving 15 years in jail.
When did he get out?
2002.
After
2000.
30 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Somewhere in there.
All
Yeah,
right, thanks, man.
2002. Yeah,
Thanks a
wow.
lot.
This is
Yeah, guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to
He
see?
didn't go quietly away. Then he got arrested again for beating the crap out of his girlfriend. I don't know what the hell happened.
I thought he was rehabilitated.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Well, anytime, let's be honest here. Anytime someone beats their girlfriend, it's wrong. But I always want to know what she was saying first.
Right, like what did she do to
Let's
cause
not
this?
jump to conclusions.
Thanks, Rob.
Was she's talking during the game?
Yeah.
All right.
You want to see who made the mistake? Eric's got the clip.
Of course he does. If the prosecutions were going out in the cases,
Yep, I made the mistake.
Yes,
yes.
If the prosecutions,
They're called the prosecution force.
I'm not used to talking this early, this much.
Yeah.
I usually get going at like fucking 8 o'clock when I have my coffee. I wake up. Yeah.
Boom.
You know what? Boom. You got your eggs, your coffee, your mind goes boom, dude. Open hand talk. You just relax. Boom.
Rocco.
Fucking idiots on Metafast. Farting up a storm.
This guy's a piece of shit.
Who, Rocco?
Bobby
You
Kelly
didn't
is
even
really
talk
a big
to
time
him.
piece of shit.
Bob?
This guy, Trentino.
Hello?
Oh, the guy who just hang on a
Yeah.
second, Rocco. The guy that
Yeah, I'm reading about when he was released from jail again after beating his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he's released, but he was still...
He was released. Wait, he went back to jail, and then he was released again.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he was still a little cranky, complaining that he cannot shake the cop killer label he carries for the murder of 2 police officers 41 years ago.
Oh my! I just can't shake
Yeah,
this.
just, you know.
One hit wonder, I guess. Rocco.
All right, do you guys think that if he got life in jail and he actually wanted to get, executed, he should get executed? Like, what do you think the worst penalty?
Like when guys who want castration, pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say because a part of me thinks yes, and a part of me thinks like you can't do suicide by cop and you can't do suicide by state. I don't know. It's a tough question. I never thought of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have because you can't go case by case every single time. You have to. I mean, I would think there might
Some
be
people
one.
would rather just be killed.
Yeah, but I think you have to just deal with that to kill the people who need to be killed.
And lawyer men's might not allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And lawyer men's and prison peoples might fight that. I don't know.
There's an Indian, Andrew the Indian, who wants to tell us about the old Indian way of handling.
And by the way, they won't let you hang yourself, and they take your shoelaces. The state has a certain responsibility for you once you're in incarceration. This way they can't kill you and blame it on suicide.
Yeah, but I've seen Oz, and I know they can get around that.
I know, me too. Remember out of BC? Whose stick didn't get hard when he walked in the room and challenged you?
Yeah, exactly, with his shirt off and his hand down his trousers.
Oh my fucking God, if I only knew he'd be on the plane on Lost. I know I'd have taken a trip.
Andrew the Indian, you're on the show.
Yeah, how we doing, boys?
Hey,
Yeah, hey,
Hey,
this, that, the other. But listen, old WNEW, what I got to say is when there was something like this happening in the tribe back in the day, people were just, that's it, they were just left. Put them out on the edge of the camp, get the fuck out of here, just step away.
I'd take that over life in prison.
That sounds much better. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you have
somewhere.
Yeah, you have to leave Westchester.
You got to leave. You got to leave anything. You know what you're used to. You're out. You're finished. End of story. I don't want to see you anymore. We don't want to see you anymore. You're away from everybody that held you dear.
Tough break.
We thought it was going to be a harsh, like fucking apocalypto
Yeah.
type treatment. It's just go away now. Don't come back, you.
We're way better at punishing people.
Jimmy, check it out. When there was a divorce, if the wife wanted to move her old man out, she just put his moccasins outside the teepee. No jokes. But if he wanted to get rid of her, he could cut her nose off, cut the tip of her nose off. End of story, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but then how would she smell things?
I don't know.
I love the enthusiasm of Andrew, who's telling these like stories that he's giving an example of the death penalty that's much easier than ours, but he's telling it in a way to make it sound like it's this mega thing. Like, they made him leave. They couldn't come back.
He's saying with enthusiasm and muster.
on the Patrice tip, why? Why? My question is, why are the cops always right? Why is the state always right?
They're not.
Maybe Mumia wasn't wrong. Maybe, who knows, man? We're all fucked up. But anyway, Patrice, I love you. Jimmy, I love
Patrice
you.
is not here, sir.
Yes, he is. That's me. I'm Patrice O'Neill.
I know he's not there, but still, I love
Oh, okay. I love Patrice as well, but I love him more when he's here, not when he's a mist in the air and a memory.
You don't love him enough to just randomly say, you know who I love?
Yeah, I like to thank him in the middle of real conversations I'm having about other things. That was a funny example, though. Like, their death penalty sucks, the Indians, but they have a horrible way of dealing with, like, any type of domestic dispute. Like, if you kill people, they just go, now, don't look at this anymore.
Yeah.
But if you fucking talk while the game is on, your husband can cut your clit off and soccer kick it.
Beautiful society.
Yeah, but thank you. Same joke twice.
It's funny. Will in Houston.
Will in Houston. What's he Will in Houston to do? Thinking a problem or something?
I just wanted to call up and tell you guys about Robert Durst, the guy, the real estate mogul's son in Galveston, who admitted in court to dismembering his victim with a paring knife, 2 saws, and an axe, and he got off on self-defense.
Well, what were they coming at him with?
I think capital. I don't know what the murder charges were, but yeah, they were trying to convict him of murder, and he got off on self-defense after admitting in court dismembering the guy.
Well, maybe he was in a lot of danger.
Maybe he killed him in panic, or maybe that guy's limbs were jostling around.
Flailing all around.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. Check your facts, Will.
It might be an easier defense when you can hire the best defense attorney, and your dad's a giant real estate mogul worth billions of dollars.
It could be, but
it helps.
Could be what Jim said too. You don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will.
The more money you have, the more you can spend. Good point, Jim.
But I mean, it's not always the most expensive lawyer that's going to do the trick. For instance, today, Club Soda Kenny.
Yes, right.
He's going to be the guy who goes into that courtroom.
He'll be the dumbest lawyer.
Yes. Club Soda Kenny's going to go in because the reason Opie and Anthony aren't here, as if you're just tuning in.
Yes, they're both dead. It's very sad.
Yeah.
They're found in a lover's tryst together in a vehicle.
Jim and I have never been happier because we're taking this gig full time now.
They were found, and look, not to disrespect their memories, but they both had their pants around their ankles and their hands on each other's penises, and it was just a tragic accident. They didn't realize the garage door was closed and the car was running.
I mean, that happens sometimes, but at least they left us like they would want to have left us,
Just tugging each other's puds.
Tragic edging accident.
Yeah, they said that Anthony was found with his head against the window and his hands up in the slow down motion. He was apparently telling Ope to slow down.
Ope was known as aggressive sexually.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Quick jerk McGillicuddy was his nickname around the office. We kind of kept it under our hats.
I mean, there were a few times where there was, physical incidents, scarring would come in, and we knew what was going on. We just never thought that it would get to this point.
We never thought that tragedy would strike. We had warned the boys many times to always open because they like to have the music really loud, like in casinos, so nobody could hear them jerking each other off.
Exactly.
God bless their souls.
They will be missed. On that note, we'll take a break and be right back. We should try to get one of them on the phone if they're awake.
Opie's awake.
They're dead. Yeah, or not dead.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Sam, for blowing the bit. You have the Twitterverse going.
I know. Everybody was going for it. We'll be back.
Hi, who's this?
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
R. Yeah. E. Goodness gracious. T. Yeah. A. Oosh. R. D. Retard. Yeah. Woo. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. Stomp your hands and clap your feet. Retardation can't be beat. You know we retarded. T-A-R-D. T-A-R-D. Retard. Yeah, woo.
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
I love it.